I haven't ate anything.
You keep repeating the same lie.
You call me fat. You are. You are too. I can't.
Dear Lord, I thank you for the food that I prepared. I ask you to nourish my body with it and bless the ones that don't have anything to eat.
On today's episode of Fat, Foolish, and Funky, we all know that people on this show have a severe lack of common sense. They could name every Little Debbie snack cake in order of release date, but can't put two and two together. But who is the most bird-brained big back of them all? That would be Miss Dolly from season 10. Now you're probably looking at her and going, oh, well, she clearly has nothing but lollipops and gumdrops going through her head. Is it really fair to judge this girl? Yes.
I live with my mother, but my best friend Cheyenne helps me when she's here sometimes. I can't wait for the first bite of something that will make me forget about all the misery of my life.
Don't be afraid with the cheese.
No, never.
Oh my God, Dolly. I'll take an Italian cream one too.
It's been a week since I moved out of my mom's house. You know, I'm now with my husband and I'm feeling great. So I met someone a couple weeks ago and his name is Philip. We're living in a hotel now.
You know each other.
For like 6 weeks.
She has moved in and out of my home, in and out on her 3.5-year-old daughter. Instead, she slipped out to go be with her ex than to be with this homeless individual.
The answer is yes. Now trust me, the further we go along in this story, the more your blood pressure will rise, faster than gas prices, and your sympathy will disappear. Like me when I get my hands on a bag of chips. I'm also a big back, okay? And by the end, you're gonna be asking yourself, why is this bitch not locked up in Arkham? Do they not have cells that are big enough for her? Oh, and did I mention she was a mother? Though I don't think that she could tell you her own kid's birthday.
And by the time February rolled around, I had a baby girl named Trinity.
She's a beautiful child. I was given this child by CPS when she was 6 days old. A year later, we went to court, and she and her husband at the time both proved to the judge very incompetent.
Y'all, this is one of those episodes that go completely off the rails. It gets wild, wild west up in this one, and I, for one, cannot wait to sink my claws into it. So today we're going to be covering and breaking down every scene from Dolly's episode of My 600-Pound Life. If you're new here, my name is MoMo, professional internet menace, and just as a warning, I'm mean and petty. I joke like Bernie Mac, and I kind of look like him too. So if you're sick of sugar-coated commentary and you want something savage and fun, then my manager Nova strongly recommends that you subscribe and like the video for your safety. If we don't get to 100K this year, she's coming for both of our cheeks. I also have a second channel, a Patreon, a TikTok, an Instagram, and all that. So if you want to make sure your cheeks are extra secure, go ahead and check those out too. Links in the description. Now let's go ahead and get into it, but just one quick warning, there will be some sensitive topics discussed and some scenes of disgust, okay? So this video is not for sensitive people or sensitive stomachs. Just warning ya. Now, without further ado, let's get into Dolly's episode of My 600-Pound Life. I am so excited. So Dolly is 25 years old from Big Tex. As usual, we get to see their morning routine from the time they wake up. And as we can see, she has her CPAP machine on, so you know it's gonna be a bad case. Miss Dolly wakes up looking like the damn Cookie Monster if he let himself go. She looks bad, and she says she feels bad. As usual, she wakes up feeling miserable because she's over 600 pounds. And when you're the size of a Cybertruck, there's no such thing as good mornings.
When I wake up miserable. The first thing I feel is pain from being overweight. Carrying around this much weight hurts more than anyone can ever imagine.
And then boom, just like always, we're hit with that damn interview shot. And all across the screen, there's nothing but stomach. just as far as the eye can see. That thing needs its own zip code. And I know it has to be a bitch lugging that thing around. And then she just has it out and about. I guess she gotta air that bitch out or something. I don't know, but it's just there. And of course, Dolly needs help with everything, so she calls for someone named Shy Shy.
Can't even get out of bed anymore without needing help.
Shy.
I live with my mother, but my best friend Cheyenne helps me when she's here sometimes.
Now, who is Shy Shy, you ask? Her best friend Cheyenne, who comes on the screen like fee, fi, fo, fum. Here another big bitch come.
Good morning. I met Dolly over the internet. We grew up not too far from each other. We didn't know each other. But the moment I met her, it was just like a spark, like I'd known her my whole life.
I'm sorry, I have nothing against Cheyenne. She seems like a nice girl, but golly, man, look at how wide her back is. Damn, Cheyenne, look at the bulk on that thing. She need to be on somebody's football field. Lord, Cheyenne. So Cheyenne helps take care of Dolly because Dolly has ate herself to a handicap sticker, okay? She can't take a shit by herself. She can't shower by herself. Not that she wants to, because Dolly lets us know that most of the time, she skips a shower. That's too much hard labor.
I can't even help myself in the shower. Some days I skip it. And on the days that I do shower, I need Cheyenne and my mom to come wash me because I struggle to stand.
This is why I call the show Fat, Foolish, and Funky. Now, she got the nerve to sit and lay all over the damn furniture. I bet when she gets up, it leaves a yellow stain on the damn upholstery in the shape of her damn ass. But Cheyenne is washing her today, mainly because the cameras are there. And there's a lot of flesh on screen that I can't really show y'all, but trust me, you don't want to see it. They have to scrub this large lymphedema mass she got under her stomach because you know they always got lumps and bumps, and that thing is basically a second stomach, okay?
I've had a lymphedema mass under my stomach for 4 years now, so I have to put my leg up on the side of the tub and have Cheyenne reach through there and scrub for me, which is pure torture.
And I guess that only gets wet once a month, so it's just becoming radioactive under there. That thing gonna start growing limbs or some shit. We also get to hear from Dolly's mom, whom she lives with. And the mama comes on the screen and I'm like, Pennywise? Is that you? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. The mama was looking a little rough. Okay, she's looking a little rough. But once you hear what Dolly has put her through, it's a little bit more understandable.
Dolly needs care, physical care, that is hard on me as a mother. There's times when I bathe her that I just can't stop crying because she's so miserable.
So after the shower, they gotta coat her down in fucking cornstarch like she's a damn fish fry.
We put cornstarch in my folds.
And after they batter this bitch up, you know it's time to eat. So they head to the kitchen, right? And I'll be damned if they don't have this big ass Tupperware dish full of egg. I'm talking about one of those Tupperware that you put all the Thanksgiving leftovers into. Like when you make a big ass casserole and you plan to eat on it a few more times. It's one of those Tupperwares, right? And she's like, what is that, like 15 eggs?
Food is more than just a pleasure. It's my reason for existing. What was that, like 15 eggs?
Princess has been waiting for this.
Good Lord. At this point, y'all might as well just eat the damn chicken. And then came the cheese.
Don't be afraid with the cheese. No, never.
And when I tell you, I audibly screamed, like out loud. If you don't believe me, here's a clip of me reacting to this in real time. Oh. Okay, pause. Lord have mercy. I hope they're shopping at Costco. They gotta go in there and get one of them big ass things of cheese that's made for the restaurants and shit. And it looks so nasty to me. Like, look at the texture. So they're cooking and sitting down for their first buffet. And we get into Dolly's backstory. Now listen to this mess. She was basically raised by a single mom.
works 2 jobs.
In the sewers. Sorry. She was raised by her single mom because the dad was on drugs and for the streets, right? So he wasn't really in the picture. And apparently Dolly was always chunky. So, you know, she was singled out as a fat girl growing up, and she was getting bullied, and she was dealing with, you know, some daddy issues, and that's all sad and understandable.
My mom divorced my father when I was like 2 years old because my dad was a drug addict. And my mom, she gave my father the ultimatum. It's me and the child or the drugs. And he chose the streets and the drugs.
By the way, as this is being explained to us, Dolly and Cheyenne are gearing out to eat, right? And they got the eggs and cheese, they got some thick ass pieces of bread just as thick as them, and they got a whole pig's worth of sausage, because I'm assuming that ain't no damn turkey sausage. Anyway, as a kid, she was diagnosed with ADHD, bipolar disorder, and oppositional defiance disorder.
In kindergarten, I was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, and bipolar disorder.
Those 3 are like the trio of trifling, and I would know because I'm also off my rocker, okay? Y'all don't want to see my medical record, so I know, and I knew right then this was going to be a good episode. Now, Dolly says that she knows that she's special ed, but the teachers were treating her like she was special, you know, and she didn't like that.
I know that I am a little special ed because I have mental issues, but teachers made me feel like I was more special ed than I am. It just made me want to eat more.
Girl, you are that damn special. Now, I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs too, okay? But I'm not refuse to wash my ass levels of crazy. So then her mom came out as gay, and that made the bullying worse.
A few years after my dad left, my mom decided she was lesbian. My mom's someone that says that she's lesbian, but I swear to you that she's bisexual. Huh? My mom being a lesbian was traumatic because kids would make fun of me and call me a lesbian, saying, well, Dolly, if your mom's that, you're just a fat, awkward lesbian.
Nah, honey, yo mama gay, okay? She gay. Look at her. I know she married a man and had you, but I don't think she was in her final form yet. So the kids were making fun of her. She had daddy issues, so she just kept eating. And then in high school, she dropped out because the bullying was so bad, and she decided to take her ass to Job Corps instead. Nothing wrong with that. I took my ass to Job Corps several times in the past.
I pulled her out of regular high school because the bullying got so intense.
My mom had told me about Job Corps. I said, okay. I figured things could be different if I started over. My weight did stabilize for a while. And when I got my high school diploma, I was maintaining my weight at 250 pounds.
By the way, just as an update on the breakfast, Dolly is still fucking eating, using a big ass spoon and everything. Big spoon for a big bitch. But anyway, back to the backstory. She went to Job Corps but ended up getting kicked out of the program. Why? Because her hygiene was that bad.
She was doing well, but still had issues. Dolly is not real good at bathing herself. She got in trouble for this in Job Corps, for not keeping her body clean and odor-free.
The job people down there at the I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Get it together. The Job Corps people dismissed her and kicked her out of the program because the stench was that bad. Boy, I tell you, I bet Dolly could drop a fly dead. I mean, I bet she could just burn some damn eyelashes off. And yes, I'm calling it a stench because it has to be worse than just a damn smell. Okay, no, she has a stench. Anyway, she did try to work some jobs, you know, some fast food, some call centers, but nothing worked out conveniently.
After I completed my certificate, I worked at a restaurant as a prep cook. But you pretty much have to stand for hours. I was only able to stand up in like 20, 30 minutes. So that only lasted maybe 3 or 4 days. After that, I tried working jobs where I could sit down all day. I worked at 3 different call centers, but none of those jobs lasted very long.
So then her daddy decided to clock out. like permanently, you know. Her dad decided that he wanted to go ahead and wrap it up. So he took a bunch of that Walter White, and unfortunately he pieced out.
So I was trying to figure out what to do next, and my father took his own life. His father had just passed away a week before, and he took it really hard. And so he did a whole heap of methamphetamines to end his life.
And this understandably devastated Dolly because they were just starting to reconnect. But after he saw what his kid had become, that was the final.
You need to leave.
Electric chair.
I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. I know that was fucked up. That was probably my worst joke so far. I'm going straight to hell. But anyway, she started eating even more to deal with the pain of losing her father. And at 21 years old, she found herself at 400 pounds, no job, no home, nothing going for herself. So what did she do? She does what a lot of other losers do. Find a fellow loser and get into a horrible toxic relationship.
I had just turned 21 and I was 400 pounds. But I didn't have much income and I didn't have no place to live. And that's when I met Ricky, the man that I married, on a social media chat thread. And not long after that, he invited me to come stay with him in his bedroom at his mom's.
So she met this boy named Ricky, who is her husband, and she moved in with him. He was staying with his mama, so he didn't even have his own place. And there were early signs that Ricky was abusive, but she went ahead and married him and got pregnant anyway.
After a few months living with Ricky, Ricky would always say mean things to me. And then there would be times when he was abusive, but then I got pregnant, so we got married.
Now, I am not victim blaming. I know those situations are much more complex. They're very hard to just leave. So I understand that. I'm just saying that there's going to be a pattern here, okay? A pattern of horrible fucking decisions. And I want y'all to just keep track of this pattern, okay? So she got pregnant and she had her baby girl, Trinity. Yeah. So this hot mess who can't even change her own damn diaper, can't wipe her own ass, is a mother. But not really, because she doesn't have custody.
I certainly didn't know 3 years ago I was going to be a mama, basically, again. I was given this child by CPS when she was 6 days old. A year later, we went to court, and she and her husband at the time both proved to the judge very incompetent.
Dolly's mom, Mama Pennywise, has full custody since the baby was 6 days old. She was handed a 6-day-old newborn because both biological parents, Dolly and Ricky, were ruled to be too incompetent to take care of a child, which is probably a good fucking call, because look at this girl. She has the intelligence of a damn goldfish. All she thinks about is eating and shitting. So Dolly did end up leaving Ricky, and now she lives with her mom. And the mom is like, yeah, that Ricky guy was bad news. Killed her soul. All he wanted to do was keep feeding her and watch her get bigger.
Ricky took complete advantage of her. He killed her soul. He killed her spirit. And he kept making these comments to my wife and I that all he wanted to do was just feed her fried foods and watch her get bigger.
But whenever I got out of the hospital, I went home with my mother. I've been separated from him ever since.
What? No. I thought he liked her for her personality. So he wanted her to gorge and graze herself to a grave, right? And he was an abusive piece of shit. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep old rotten Ricky in the back of your mind. So we see them making their way to the store to go grocery shopping. And the only reason that Dolly can fit in the truck is because Mama got a big and tough F-250 made for bigger hauls. So they go to the grocery store, and I'll be damned if they don't clear out the whole bakery section, y'all. I'm talking they grabbed every cake, every pie, every cookie, chocolate-covered pretzels, all kinds of shit. They got 2 carts, and you better believe by the time they were through, both of those bitches were filled to the rim. So mom is all pissed, right? Because she's getting sick of this shit. And she's like, I bet your ass end up in the ER by the time midnight strikes tonight.
She ends up in the ER before the night's over.
Huh?
I bet you end up in the ER before the night's over.
So mom is getting real sick and tired. Keep that in mind too. So it cuts to month 1, and y'all know how this goes. It's time to start the journey and visit Dr. Now for the first time. So they don't have to go too far because they're already in Texas. Cheyenne gets Dolly up for the day for traveling day. You know, she throws some clothes on, doesn't even brush her teeth, wipe the crusties out of her eye or nothing. But they got the nerve to put on some damn body spray.
Today, I'm traveling to Houston to see Dr. Now to try to get help losing weight. Part of me is excited because I want to change, but part of me is just scared because this is going to be a very long drive and I'm worried about how bad it can get on the road. I forgot to spray. You want spray? Yeah. And then put it in my bag, please.
Ma'am, no amount of Bath and Body Works is going to replace a real bath, okay? You need to soak in some hot water and some white vinegar. So they get to Dr. Now's pretty fast, and she drags herself and her oxygen tank into the office. You know, she's scared to see her weight.
It's almost time for me to step on that scale and meet Dr. Now. And I'm nervous because so much is riding on this.
But she wasn't scared when she was eating all them damn cakes and cookies and cheese and shit. Eating pound cake by the pound, she wasn't scared then. So she gets on the scale, right? And based on how spherical this bitch is, I'm thinking 700. Dolly's Delulu ass is thinking 550.
I'm here at Dr. Now's in Houston to meet with Dr. Now and to get my weight checked. I don't think I'd be much more than 550.
Homegirl is like 600 pounds, so I was off, but the only reason is because she's so short, right? Trust me, if she was taller, she would be pushing the 700s. But she has the nerve to be shocked and confused over her weight, like she just happened to forget those 2 cartfuls of cake that she got from the store.
How did that happen? It's actually a lot more than I thought I was going to see. There's no way I gained that much. So that makes no sense.
Hold on, Mary.
Dr. Now comes in and they start their normal discourse. You know, Dr. Now lets us know that this girl is supposed to be a cool 120 pounds.
You are 593 pounds and you're 5'2",
Yes, sir.
and your body is under a lot of strain because of that. You know what the normal weight for your height is?
No.
120 pounds.
Her damn foot weighs more than that. So she obviously tells Dr. Now that she has weight issues her entire life. And, you know, we learned that Mama Wise also used to be big. You know what I mean? She used to be 400 pounds her damn self.
She's had weight issues most of her life.
You don't have weight problem yourself, huh?
I have had, just in the last couple of years, I've dropped over 200 pounds myself.
What was your highest weight?
I have been up over 400 myself. Now I sit at 155.
And Dr. Now is like, so you got your life together, but you're still enabling your daughter? And Mama was like, hell no. That's her dog-ass husband, Rotten Ricky.
You improved your health and lost weight, but you're still enabling her to be overweight.
No, sir, that's not the case.
It was mainly my ex. He was the one that was feeding me too much.
Who bring your food?
I cook it, and she comes to the table.
So if that's how she gets her food, why don't you make less?
I put a regular portion, the same that I would eat. Now, I can't help what she eats between meals.
So, Dolly, what do you eat between meals?
I snack a little too much.
What's the last lie you told? Oh, God. I can't keep track of them.
Cookies, brownies, chips.
I don't think you're helping Dolly to lose weight because you provide the food, so I'm going to change that.
So they're going back and forth on who's the enabler, and nowhere is Cheyenne mentioned. Matter of fact, where is Cheyenne? Where is Shy Shy? Shy Shy needs to have her ass up in this office too. Cheyenne out there in the parking lot hiding in the car so she's not served some damn diet papers. So Dr. Now is like, look, you got the health of an 80-year-old smoker. You got both feet in the grave. I'm gonna need you to drop some weight. Like immediately. Like, I don't even know if I want to give you the 1,200 calorie diet. That might be too much for you. Shit.
All right, she's 25, and congestive heart failure that she is suffering from is in people with their 70s or 80s. So her body is very close to its limit. And if anything happened where she pushes her body over the limit, she's not going to make it.
So of course she's given the diet and the instructions, and they wrap up the appointment. I forgot what the weight loss goal is supposed to be, but spoiler alert, it doesn't matter because she wasn't really listening. She's just staring at him with this wild look in her eye like he's a piece of fried chicken. And Dolly is like, well, he's not as mean as everyone says he is. And Mama is like, oh, you just wait. Wait until you come back up in here and you ain't got his numbers, okay? Wait until you fuck around a little bit before you find out.
He's not as mean as everybody says he is.
Oh, just wait. If you come back and you haven't done what you've been told, then you're going to find the other side of him.
I am going to do what I've been told.
Oh, yeah, you're going to do what you've been
You're
told
not going to keep
because
this in the house.
I'm not going to have it in the house,
Nope.
and I'm going to stay on you like white on rice.
So they go home with the diet in hand.
It'll be a little hard doing this weight loss journey with my mom because me and my mom, our attitudes clash and we argue. Mom will have to ease me into it instead of just getting rid of everything all at once.
And we check in with Dolly and the crew a couple weeks later. Dolly and Cheyenne calls themselves exercising with a fucking fast food cup, mind you.
You wanna go work out? Yeah. All right, let's go. Yeah. And since then, I've been really trying to stick with the diet and also do all the exercises that he talks about in his book. There's upper body that I have to do and lower body too. And I'm supposed to do them twice a day. So Cheyenne has been there a lot and she's kind of like my trainer.
Hold up. Hold the hell up. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see her foot? Editor, please freeze frame that shit and run it back. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Y'all, when I first saw that foot fling up, I wanted to cry. Get this girl some Irish Spring stat. This bitch needs the power of Pine Sol. So they do like 5 minutes of jazz hands and they call it a day. And Dolly's mad because Mom immediately got rid of all the snack and she wanted to ease into the diet.
One thing that is not cool is that my mom got rid of all the junk food right when we got back from seeing the doctor. And so that was kind of a shock to my system that she did it so fast.
Is this bitch for real?
I know I needed those things gone, but I thought I'd be able to ease my way out with them. And that was actually really hard for me. If I don't change my ways, I could potentially not be here anymore.
She wanted to start off just cutting a couple cookies out, switch from chocolate chip to oatmeal raisin. So Mom makes her this omelet, and I'm no dietitian, no nutritionist, but that gotta be over 400 calories of omelet on her damn plate.
I'm doing what Dr. Now says and what my mom says. And I'm working to get approved for surgery.
And I know damn well they're only supposed to be having 400 calories per meal. And she gets all of that omelet and she still isn't happy. She's still bitching.
I don't feel like these are changes that I can make for the rest of my life, but I do feel like I can do it for the short term. And when I go back to see Dr. Now for my next appointment, I really hope I get approved for weight loss surgery, so I don't have to do this first part for too long. No? Because I'm not super happy.
So then it cuts to month 3, and we are back on our way to visit Dr. Now to weigh in to see if she met the weight loss goal. Now, what do y'all think? She's hoping to get approved because she's barely been eating, you know, a little berry here, a little yogurt cup there, you know, she's feeling quite faint actually. She's feeling quite dainty, demure.
I'm excited about seeing Dr. Now today. I'm nervous though, Mom. I feel like I've made some progress. I haven't been eating quite as much as I had. We'll see if I had some weight loss change and see how Dr. Now feels about it. Hopefully I get an approval.
So she gets out of the car and goddamn. Now why the fuck would you wear that? Why in the fuck would you wear that and come out the house like that? It's the great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. You need to go back to wearing dresses and maxi skirts, girl. You don't need nothing form-fitting. So she gets her boogie woogie ass up there, and this bitch has only lost 17 pounds.
I don't understand what happened. It doesn't make any sense. I worked so hard. I just don't know how to do more than that.
So Dr. Now comes into the room once again, and he's like, oh, no. You're going to have to do better than that, Miss Thing. What's going on? Why have you only lost the weight of a fucking corgi?
I've lost 17 pounds since I've seen you.
You have to do a little bit better than that. So
Yes,
what
sir.
happened this time?
I'm having a hard time with my portion control.
And apparently, she has a problem with portion control.
It's just portion control. I'll put a portion on her plate, and then later on she'll go back for more.
Well then, Mama Wise, why don't you put an even smaller portion on her plate, because you already know that she's gonna go back for second, thirds, and fourths. I'd portion out everything in shot glasses. And then get this, right? This girl has the nerve to ask Dr. Now if he can just put her in the hospital on a controlled diet like he does for some of the other patients.
Do you have like something that I could go to instead of going home that could help me with my temptations and all this, and to help me lose more weight?
You have to start taking responsibility for yourself and do some stuff for yourself. Not depend on people to do everything for you.
Girl, you can't even deal with your mama and she's still giving you 4 egg omelets. But you want to go in the hospital on a controlled diet? Please. So Dr. Now was like, girl, no, you need to grow the hell up, okay? And Dr. Now is trying to give her a little pep talk, you know, trying to motivate her. And Dolly just sitting there staring at him like a fucking guppy. Just lost like Nemo.
So it's going to be all up to you. If you want to be comfortable and live a life that is going to be more productive for you, you're going to have to do your part. It's not going to be up to your mom or me or rehab people or some environment to take care of you.
They wrap up the appointment and Dolly drags her and her stomach back out the door, talking about she don't know how she could do any better, but she gonna try.
That was hard, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. I just have to take the progress I've made and grow on that. It's just going to be hard to keep doing what I've been doing.
So we're back at home again and we see Dolly going to cook. Now things are getting worse between her and her mama because her mom's pressing her about the diet, just pressing her and stressing her. Her mom's on her dick about the diet and her mom treats her like a toddler.
It's just been really hard being at the house with my mom. How many pieces of ham would y'all like? She's stressing me out every day over how much I'm eating, and it takes my focus off of where it's supposed to be. Treats me like another 3-year-old toddler.
That's exactly what you are, a 1-ton toddler. Don't act like one and she won't treat you like one. I'd put a leash on your ass too because you're not about to eat me out of house and home. So we see Dolly make some broccoli and cauliflower, not a seasoning in sight. But then she dumped a whole bunch of disgusting fake ass cheese product all over it.
So I've been trying to stick with the diet, and exercise, but no matter how hard I work, I just feel like my mom is never satisfied with me.
Oh, somebody stop her. She's a mad woman, I say. A mad woman. How in the hell you get to 600 pounds eating the nastiest food I have ever seen in my life, bro? You damn garbage disposal. She then admits to making up lies to sneak out the house to like get away from her mom. Like she goes to the park and she feeds the birds and shit.
That I have to do something just to get away from the house sometimes. Like I'll make up a lie about going somewhere just to get out. I say that I'm going to go get some exercise, but then I don't really exercise because I'm too tired usually. So instead I like to feed the birds or the ducks. Sometimes I wish I was one of them.
Excuse me?
Because they just eat whatever as much as they can. And their moms help them eat. And it feels unfair that I have this problem, but I don't blame the ducks.
Talking about how she wishes she was a bird so she can just eat whatever she wants to her heart's content. She just wants to just eat up all the bread and the seeds and the bugs and shit off the ground. But then listen to this, all right? Because this is where things go from bad to damn ridiculous. So it turns out because of this fighting that she has going on with her mother, she's been talking to her husband again. Yeah, the abusive one. The one that wanted to feed her puff pastries until she pops. That one, Ricky. He wants to get back together, but it's gonna be different this time because Ricky already has a new girlfriend. He already has a new girl, but she would come in and be a sister wife.
Recently, my ex-husband has been asking me to come back and live with him again, and I started to consider it as a possibility. This time that might actually be better because he has a wife already, and he wants to be kind of like a sister wife. So maybe that would be better. Because the other girl would be like more of a buffer to deal with him when he's being mean.
You are so stupid. You studied for your COVID test.
And Dolly is like, yeah, I know he used to whoop my ass and everything, but it's better than being with my mom. And now I have a sister wife, so we can share and take turns with the ass whoopings. Now I am not trying to make fun of this situation, and I'm trying to give her some damn grace because I know how manipulative people like this man can be, okay? But like I said, this is just the beginning of the tomfoolery, and notice how she's not even thinking about her fucking daughter, like at all. She doesn't need custody of her damn self, let alone a damn child. So she is seriously considering it. Okay, and not only did she consider it, she did it. Y'all, we cut to month 4, and the first thing we hear is, yeah, it's been about a week since I moved out of my mom's house with Ricky. Everything's going great.
It's been a week since I moved out of my mom's house. I'm feeling great. It was my choice, not hers.
What? The hard transition. We're at Rotten Ricky's house, and this piece of shit has the nerve to have a Jesus shirt on. Bitch boy, you are going to hell. And I hope you get the dog whooped out of you every damn day you down there. Dolly says that she got in a fight with her mom, so she ran away from home to the homeless shelter, right?
Me and my mom had an argument, and I decided I wasn't gonna go home, and instead I went to a homeless shelter overnight. The next day, sister wife got a hold of me, and she said to get a hold of him, so I did.
And that's when Ricky FaceTimed her, and she saw his smile and just fell in love with him all over again.
I video chatted with him, and I saw his face again, and his smile. I fell in love with him again, all over again.
She proved to the judge very incompetent.
He was smiling because he got his favorite funky flubber back. So he's sitting there exercising with her only because the cameras are there. You know damn well he ordered Pizza Hut that same night and rubbed her down with the grease.
But my mom doesn't like my husband, so therefore she is entirely fed up. I am 25 years old and I am an adult, and we, as an adult, we have boundaries that need to be set with our parents.
Come on, I'll help you. All right.
See, Mom didn't do none of this with me.
All right, come on.
See, my mama didn't do any of this with me. Bitch, you about to make me hop through this motherfucking screen. Your mother was taking care of you and your child. And you have the nerve to be talking shit all because this motherfucker walked you out to the porch? But we're not done. We're not done because, like I said, this story only gets more out of pocket. If you think that we have hit the peak of the tomfoolery, oh no.
I don't know how much more we can take of this.
So if you were concerned about her being with Ricky again, don't worry, because the next thing we know, we're getting some on-screen text talking about how Dolly was only with Ricky for a couple of weeks before he went back to his old ways. And now she's with a new man that she met at the homeless shelter. And we see Dolly laid up with some strange man in some strange place, just fucking stranger danger, okay? And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on now? This is her new boo thing, Philip. This series of unfortunate events looking motherfucker right here. And as Philip is making her a healthy, balanced breakfast of some fucking Cocoa Puffs, Dolly tells us what happened. That she quickly found out that Ricky was still rotten. So she ran away to the homeless shelter once again, and that's where she met the love of her life, Philip. And within a few weeks, they moved in together. And by moved in together, I mean they rented a hotel room on Philip's disability check.
So I met someone a couple weeks ago, and his name is Philip, and he's just about the sweetest guy you're ever gonna meet. And I started dating him, and one thing led to another, and now we moved in together. Philip is mostly deaf, but he does have a device that he can hear with through his phone, and he's on disability, so he's using that to pay for the hotel. So we can be together, and I can be near.
I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or cuss. I mean, she must be stopped. She worse than Gabby Hanna. She can't be trusted to feed herself, let alone make adult decisions. And again, not once has she brought up her daughter, called her daughter's name. She hasn't even mentioned Cheyenne. All she cares about is getting some pizza and some pee-pee, okay? I bet these two are just up in there stinking and sour together, just basking in each other's stench. So the next thing we know, it's like month 6, okay? So it's been like 5 or 6 months, and our two lovebirds are getting in an Uber so Dolly can go to her next appointment with Dr. Now. And Dolly is just smiling from ear to ear. She's just unusually happy. And I'm like, well, what's going on? I know that oh no, I'm sorry. We learn that Philip has proposed to her, okay? And she's getting married.
I got you, baby.
And I've been feeling extra encouraged because Philip proposed to me to get married, and I said yes. We haven't set a date yet because we want my surgery to come first.
So her life is going great, and all she needs is that surgery approval from Dr. Now. So they roll up into Dr. Now's office. I'm watching this, I'm giggling, right? Because I already know how this is gonna go with her bringing this strange ass man up in Dr. Now's office. Now, she was supposed to lose 60 pounds in 2 months to reach her last goal, but it's been like 3. She gets on the scale, and this bitch is down 10 pounds in 3 months. So she basically took a big ass boo-boo before she rolled in here.
And Dr. Now told me to lose 60 pounds in 2 months. That was more than 2 months ago, but if I lost 60 pounds, that would put me down to 516 pounds. That's weird. I thought I lost more than that.
We're gonna go over.
I'm still excited because I've lost almost 30 pounds now. And that's almost halfway to Dr. Now's goal if you add it up.
So Dr. Now comes in the room again, and the first thing he asks is where her mama is at. Like, where's Mama Pennywise? And Dolly proceeds to update Dr. Now on the tea.
Dolly, where's your mom?
I moved out of my mom's. We got into an argument.
She moved out.
So where are you living now?
Me and my fiance Philip were living in a hotel here in Houston.
You moved out of your mom's place, and now you're living in a hotel with your new fiance who has no job and you have no job. So how long do you know each other?
For like 6 weeks or something like that.
Dr. Now is like, so let me get this straight. You're engaged to a deaf homeless man who you met 6 weeks ago at the shelter, and now y'all living in a hotel with no job, no future, and no showers. Is that what I'm hearing?
Very incompetent.
What about your damn child? What about your daughter who you made and birthed? Where is she? And Dolly is like, daughter. Oh, she with my mama. She cool. Don't worry about it.
You had a child, right?
Yes, and she lives with my mom. My mom's got full custody of her.
I'm having a great life. Everything is fine. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Well, that's at least some good news that your daughter has some stability. But this doesn't seem like a healthy situation with you. And your lack of progress shows that because you only lost 10 pounds in 3 months. So I'm going to set you up to go to psych, and I want you to go do that with your mother, okay?
So as you can imagine, Dr. Now immediately sent her ass to see a psychiatrist. He's like, I can't handle this shit. She needs to see a special doctor. She needs to go see Dr. fucking who. And Dolly was like, so does this mean I'm approved and I just gotta go to therapy?
So does this mean that you're saying yes to my surgery? I just have to get approval from a psych?
No.
Hell no. Who the fuck said that? I want to approve you for a damn grocery store rewards card. And Dr. Now also tells her that she must bring her mom to the next doctor appointment, not Philip. And Dolly was like, well, I don't wanna. And Dr. Now was like, I don't give a damn.
So I want you to come back with your mom for your next appointment because I trust she wants to support you to get healthy.
I don't live there anymore, so I'm not really seeing her right now.
Dolly, if you want to show me that you're able and willing to make the changes you need to show me you have some stability in your life.
So Dolly leaves. She really had her hopes up this time. She was hoping that her 10-pound weight loss and her new man would impress Dr. Now enough. So I gotta summarize some shit because I'm trying to get this video out, y'all. I'm trying to get it out. So look, this is what happened, right? So Dolly goes to therapy with Dr. Paradise and she shares her story and admits that she has no self-worth. And Dr. Paradise was like, oh, come on, we can fix that. Well, what you good at? What are you good at?
We gotta find something to make you feel worthwhile. And it could be something small, Dolly. What are you good at?
Failing.
And you know, the fucked up part is, it's true. So then Dr. Paradise brings mom in. She come in looking like Sid from Toy Story. And they realize that Dolly gravitates toward these horrible, controlling men because she can't be alone. She's never been alone because her mom coddled her entire life. But now mama's sick of it. So the goal is for Dolly to become more independent and spend some time alone. And Dolly plans on reaching that goal.
Dolly, I see your homework as at least 2 things. The first thing is to start spending some time by yourself. Then the second is to start taking on some of these life skills that you've been having other people around to do for you.
So the next thing we see is her going to the laundromat with Cheyenne.
Ever since therapy with Dr. Paradise, I've been coming up with a plan to start doing more for myself. And I'm going to start by doing my own laundry. And I think that's gonna be a big step for me.
She'll wash her clothes, but she won't wash her own ass. Okay. So she getting out of breath just by putting some clothes in the damn washer.
I'm a little bit worried about not having the energy to do it all yet.
You want to go right here?
I'm short. I can't reach things.
And she's trying to become more independent, but Cheyenne is here to help her through it because that makes fucking sense. And between both Cheyenne and Philip doing everything for her, she thinks that she's making progress.
Cheyenne is my rock, and with both Cheyenne and Philip helping me, and with my mom at a safe distance, I know I'm gonna do it and succeed and get the surgery next time.
So it rolls around to month 8 and we see Dolly and Philip rolling up to yet another strange place. And they finally found a place they can afford to move into. Ain't that some good news, y'all?
Well, me and Philip finally found a house to move into. It took a lot longer to find an option we could afford than I thought it would. But we finally found one, which means I can go back and see Dr. Now.
But unfortunately, she can't get through the front door because she was about to immediately fall through the floor. The floor gave way to her. The floor said, Jesus, take the wheel.
Babe, this isn't gonna work. They said there's another entrance around the side of the house.
Come back this way.
The floor's too creaky, so it won't hold my weight.
By the way, peep the damn walls in the house, y'all. Peep the walls. So they try to find her a way around to get in the house like this is Crossy Road. And Dolly lets us know that she's trying to be more independent, but Philip gets mad when she does things by herself and he gets jealous. So he's basically another Ricky, but with worse hearing and a worse smell. Got it. And when they finally get in, Dolly explains to us that a bunch of people are also living here in this establishment.
Found this place online, and what it is, it's like a bunch of people all living there, but everybody has their own room. And it's cheap, and all we had to do was pay the first month to get in. And it comes with a bed and stuff like that, so it's perfect for us. So I'm excited because I'm checking the boxes Dr. Now needs me to check. So I think when I get there, I'm where I need to be.
You are so stupid. You are so stupid.
Y'all, it's a fucking trap house. It's a fortress for fiends, okay? These are crack house conditions. It looks like something from Resident Evil in this bitch. This girl has been all over Texas in one episode. From hotels to homeless shelters. From trailer parks to the trap. I gotta finish this video up because I can't take much more. So it's month 10 and Mama and Cheyenne are taking her to her appointment with Dr. Now, and this will be her last appointment this episode. Her and her mom are still fighting because, you know, she moved into the bando with a bum, and Philip isn't here because Mom hates him, obviously. Now, unfortunately, her and Philip did get kicked out of that house because the next day the landlord tried to raise the rent on them. So now they're back to the hotel.
Hoping to tell Dr. Now that I was in a home already, but we got kicked out the day after we moved in because the people tried to raise the rent. So we had to go back to the motel, and that was depressing and hard. But we're still looking for another place.
But regardless, they get to Dr. Now's. It's been another 4 months, okay? And Dolly has probably taken about 4 showers. So technically, she is supposed to be down like 120 pounds. This bitch has lost 13. And she's like, well, if you add it up, that's like 40 pounds, and you can round that up to 60. So basically, I met Dr. Now's goal. I should get approved.
All right, well, now I've lost a total of about 40 pounds. That's pretty good. That's almost 60.
I didn't go to school for math.
Anyway, Dr. Now comes in and Dolly gives him the latest update. And so he's looking at Mama and he's like, Mama Wise, what's going on? Why is she not staying in the sewers with you? And Mama Wise snapped. Mama was like, Dolly says I'm too controlling because I was trying to get her to stick to a damn diet and focus on her damn self instead of a man.
I was told that I'm too controlling. I've encouraged her since she moved in with me to not overeat and to focus on herself, and she did not. And I told her, no uncertain, that if she did this again, that's it. and I am not going to take her back in.
She has been in and out of my house, okay? In and out on her 3.5-year-old daughter, and I've had it. I'm done. I've done everything for her, everything for her child, while she wants to run around and chew some dick over her daughter.
She has moved in and out of my home, in and out on her 3.5-year-old daughter. Instead, she slipped out to go be with her ex than to be with this homeless individual. I just drove 5 hours to tell you how I feel.
And Doc, I drove 5 hours straight just to tell you what's on my damn mind. Just to get this shit off of my chest. I am done. And Doctor now is like, well, what you gonna do now? You burn your bridge with your mama. You don't have a damn thing going for yourself. You have no house, no job, and no sense.
What is your plan now? So it seems like you cannot take responsibility for yourself and you expect everybody else to do everything for you, and you don't have to make any decision and be responsible for anything. So far, you have shown us you're not willing to do what you need.
Never had to take responsibility for a damn thing but a fart. So what you gonna do? It's time for you to get your shit together. Now, we'll keep working with you if you keep going to therapy and you try to lose some damn weight.
We're going to work with you for next year, as long as you go to therapy and keep losing some weight. And hopefully we get to some point that you have some stability, and then weight loss surgery may be an option there.
But it's time for you to grow the hell up. And I think you better listen to your mama. And mama, don't give up on her just yet. Hopefully we can get her halfway right or something. And Dolly had the nerve to be pissed about this because in her mind, it's not fair. She lost 40 pounds and she did laundry and she still can't get the surgery? What is it going to take? What does a bitch gotta do to get cut open around here?
Well, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm upset. I'm really upset and I'm disappointed because I can't believe I've gone through all of this and weight loss surgery is still far off. I don't feel like it's fair and I'm upset because I didn't get the chance to tell Dr. Now all the progress I've made with doing laundry and stuff.
And that's how the episode ends, with Dolly getting dismissed once again and never got approved for surgery, and finally getting cut off by her mom, which should have happened a long time ago. Now, before I get into my final thoughts, y'all know I had to go and do a quick little update to see how Dolly is doing today. And from my knowledge, she's still alive and kicking. Her Instagram is private, but her Facebook isn't. However, she hasn't posted on her Facebook since 2024. Now, the last update I could find from 2024 is where she claims that she's no longer homeless and she's losing weight. In fact, she claims to be down to around 479 pounds, but all we got was a damn Snapchat filter. We got no full body pics and definitely not a pic of a damn scale. And when she was confronted with the fact that she literally gave 0 fucks about her own daughter, she responded with, "I see her every weekend." So I guess that just makes her fucking super mom because she plays with her kid once a week. I don't know how Dolly is doing in 2026, but let's just hope she's not in a toxic, horrible relationship or in a crack house. But most importantly, I really hope her daughter is okay and one day she can get past this early childhood trauma and heal from having horrible parents. Now, let's wrap this video up with MoMo's Mindful Moment, the segment where we turn the lens on ourselves. Now, I would hope there's no Dollys watching this video, you know? I would hope that there's no one out there watching this video going, nah, Dolly was on to something. You just had to let her cook. However, I know for a fact that you watching this video has made some kind of dumbass mistake in your life. At some point in your life, you were a dumbass, and so was I. Many a times, I take an L at least once a day, okay? We're human, it's okay. But we also can take steps to prevent the stupid and make our lives a little bit easier by not rationalizing bad decisions in our heads. You ever been talking to someone and they're just telling you about some stupid ass decision they made that just doesn't sound right to you. Like, for example, I'm just using this as an example, but someone is telling you about a guy they're dating that just sounds horrible. And anytime you bring up a concern about it, they go, yeah, but he only cheats when I make him mad. Yeah, but he only has 2 more years to serve in jail. Yeah, but his baby mama's a bitch, so that's why he doesn't pay child support. Most bad decisions start with, yeah, but. That's when it all goes to hell. When you have to use DIY logic, when you have to reach and rearrange shit together in your head to try to convince yourself this is a good decision. All the red flags are right there. But for every red flag that comes up, every time someone mentions a concern, you have to think of something to invalidate it or get around it because you want to do what you want to do and not what you should do. You want to do what feels good in the moment. Yeah. Stop doing that. And I know that's easier said than done, but you do have at least a little bit of control over how hard your life has to be. Stop ignoring the red flags. Stop convincing yourself into bad decisions before you make a big decision, whether it's getting into a relationship or getting another credit card. Think about how it's going to affect every aspect of your life and the lives of the people that you care about. Not just now, but also how could it affect the future? Learn from your past mistakes and learn from other people's mistakes. And don't be ignorant. And please, no matter what you do, always remember to use critical thinking. Guys, thank you so much for watching. That's it. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, tell me about a good decision that you made today in the comments below. Now double check to make sure that you subscribe and you like the video because Manager Nova will double check if you don't. Now, make sure you check out my second channel, my Patreon, and all my socials. It really helps me out with the extra support. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next one.